Maybe we can get away with this. Maybe not, though, also. Certainly, he's just torped us. A little concerning, that. I need my engine. And look at... I just radared, and guess who has radar again? How insane is that? Can I outrun that? I think I might be able to, actually. Oh my goodness, please! Please! Close one! And then we kill the Shimmo with the blind fire here. Yes, dude, yes! That's what I'm talking about, Gdansk. Holy! Hey guys, welcome back to World of Warships and another ship request. This time we are taking a look at the Gdansk. This is a radar destroyer with some of the best DPM in the game. Absolutely ridiculous at tier 10. If you can keep it alive. So we'll see if I can accomplish that. Very interesting to take a look at this right after Druid. Some of the weaknesses there might be made up in this ship. Now, comment down below whatever you want to see next time. Below this video, most upvoted is what I will be playing next week. Remember, it's only below this video is what I'm looking at for next week's ship request. Most upvoted, that is what I will end up playing. As for our build, we are going to start with a full gun build here, as that is the real strength of this ship. Ridiculous DPM on this ship. Like, Kleber reload booster, maybe not quite that good, but permanent. We don't have to use a reload booster for that. Great shell velocity here on these guns. Not the best firing angles. Pretty slow turret traverse could be the issues here. We're fast. Our detect is not great, especially with this build. Not taking concealment expert here, but there is a reason for it, okay? We have smoke radar on a destroyer. Absolutely insane. And this is a 9-kilometer radar that has a 1-minute cooldown. So that means that our 8.2-kilometer detect, as soon as we're lit, we know we can use our radar to spot whatever is spotting us. That's why I don't feel the need to run a full conceal build. Otherwise, yeah, just go full main guns, conceal system. We could even swap over the steering gears. That could be a little bit interesting if we wanted to really play into that. Better rudder shift. 9.1 detect is almost stealth radar still. I think I'll stick with concealment to start us off. But what an incredible destroyer if you can keep it alive. That is the only issue with Gdansk. Otherwise, utility is insane, as is its DPM. So when we're playing a Gdansk, we obviously love to see open water because we can always use our radar to spot. We got ocean to start with, we got a super ship game, and we have a Des Moines on our flank who has actually asked for support. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna burn a smoke for him, okay? Having a Des Moines with us is extremely valuable, and ocean is very hard for our cruiser. Now, I also know that my Gdansk probably doesn't need smoke that much in this game. They have some radars, of course, so smoke farming going to be a little less valuable for us, as well as the destroyers. We just want to take the gunfights, okay? And on ocean, it's going to be a very, very open map for those cruisers. So if we spot them, our Colombo, our Hanover, GK, like all our battleships are just going to want to go after the cruisers. So they're not going to be able to push up very aggressively to those islands. So, or just because there are no islands. It's a Hawaii out here. That's a little spooky, I will be honest with you, and it's a Fondator. I'm getting ready to use my engine boost if I get spotted, as well as maybe my radar. But for now, I think I'm going to leave the cap, okay? This is a situation where that Hawaii needs to die before I'm able to really do a whole lot on this flank, and that's okay. That's okay. Spotting is sometimes your role still, even when we're playing such a powerful gunboat, and that is what I want to talk about in relation to Druid in particular, but also a lot of these gunboat destroyers. I call them second line DDs, right? Where we're playing a ship that has bad detect, that gets outspotted by the hybrid destroyers like Gearing, Daring, that gets outspotted by the torp boats like Shimakaze, for example. And when you're alone on your flank like that, it's going to be very challenging because all the cruisers and some of the battleships even will shoot at your gunboat because they know how powerful you are while that destroyer is out spotting you. It's hard to deal with that. So you want to be on the second line, I like to call it, where you're following in, you're behind a Shimakaze, he'll spot for you, and that way you can deal a bunch of damage without having to worry about that really awkward situation we got ourselves into with the Druid. Now I'm turning away here, and I'm not opening up on the Shimakaze just yet, okay? Not quite yet. I still am worried about Hawaii. He's got great shell velocity. So just a little bit of patience, just a little bit of patience. That's really nice damage from our team so far into that destroyer. But this is the secret sauce of Gdansk. This really is. Our maneuverability is not great. I actually feel like my camera's a little low, so give me a second. Maybe a 2? Maybe a -2? No, that's too high. Hold, hold. I usually do this beforehand, but first game and all. Okay. We are maybe expecting... Yes, we run into the Shimakaze, and he's bow in. Excellent. So, here's the gimmick, right? If I was Druid, I'm not spotting this man until we're very, very close to him. And probably we take a lot of damage in trying to do so. The Shimakaze gets to run away. Oh no, my firing angles. Excellent. And our Des Moines is here with us. So, Shimakaze went very, very, very broadside. So we're expecting torpedoes. I am very broadside on to those torps right now. Also, notice the battleships. Look at this line. Okay? Shima's probably thinking, I'll torp the Gdansk, or maybe I'll torp at the Hanover, and Gdansk is just in the way of those torpedoes. So we got to be very, very careful here. I want this cap, though, for sure. Notice how all the enemy destroyers are dead already. That's a huge advantage for us into this one. Looks like he didn't get his torps off. I would have expected them to be here already. All right, that's fine. Notice, by the way, that we have a 8% engine boost only, and it lasts 90 seconds with this build. So it's not as impressive as something like the Kleber, for example. So trying to run this as that open water gunboat is not quite as powerful. We also don't have the really, really nice built-in saturation mechanics that the French destroyers have. So now we're in a situation where I'm just going to smoke up, okay? We can farm these battleships. Hawaii is far enough away. And guess who is spotting for us? This is a situation where we definitely are enjoying being behind a Shimakaze. We still like it, right? We still, when we want to smoke up and farm, as we saw in that Druid video, we need to have someone spotting for us, right? As soon as we smoke up as a DD, we're limiting our team spotting on our flank if there's not another destroyer. So in this case, it works out, but otherwise we got to be a little bit careful of that, where we smoke up and then no one's spotting, and then it's a waste of a smoke. And not only that, it's a waste of our team's damage output too, because we're then limiting our team's ability to deal damage as well. So not the highest damage into this one, but I think we've had some pretty solid impact. We get the cap. Excellent. Hawaii took out the Shimakaze, who was still spotted there for quite some time. That is too bad, of course, but is what it is. Our torps, by the way, aren't too bad. We basically get kind of Holland torps, if I'm remembering right. I might not be remembering that quite right. They're not the same range, though. 10-kilometer range is not quite as good, of course, but it's still respectable torpedoes, speed especially, for a ship with so much DPM. Now, I need to hit his superstructure. If I could aim, please, instead of just yapping. Yeah, our team, yeah, is going to take him out for sure. So in this case, we have 66,000 spotting damage, only 26,000 actual damage into this one. Very weird game, but it's a very open flank, and we needed to spot for our team, and I think we did a good job of that. Other times, we're going to be more of a damage dealer, but in this case, I think it worked out pretty well. Let's head up to B and see if we can get these caps, as well as maybe some farming along the way. All right, made it to the B cap here now, and Afanator is close enough that I'm willing to open up here. Remember, our shell velocity is very good. Do some open water here. I'm a little worried about potential Moskva opening up on us. Hawaii, there he is. He went dark. He got smashed by our battleships. So part of this also is kind of interesting, that we can be bait in a way for the... Oh, there's a Worcester there as well. That's a little bit awkward. So we got to be careful here. My rudder has been taken out, unfortunately, but we are fast enough, I think, to get out of that Afanator shot. No, he still hits us with a bunch of those. Okay, that's fine. As soon as we open up, guys, it's tough. It is really, really tough here. So we'll go dark again. That's fine. Our battleships did not get the shot into that Hawaii that I was maybe hoping for, but that's okay. It's okay. We took some damage. We saved our HP for the mid and late game here, so we can afford to try some stuff. Although, I think it might be time to go spot into the C-cap area. Maybe find this last gearing. He's smoking up his Worcester buddy, though, so that is a little bit awkward. Though their smoke is down right now, so it might be a good opportunity for us to go spot. We got a Smolensk and a Cerberus here as well to farm. The enemy team is kind of getting pinched into the corner here. So I think we're doing all right. Our smoke is back up. And let's see. We are instantly lit. So we will radar. There is the gearing. Where is the Worcester? He should be supporting. Yeah, there he is. Okay. This is why I turned away pretty much right away. Now I'm hoping that my team will be able to get some good damage in. Holy, that was so much into us. I have no idea what hit us that hard, but that was brutal. Can I live this even? I think just barely. Just barely. Come on, guys. Get the Worcester. See what I mean? This ship takes a lot of damage. This ship takes a lot of damage. Now, Gearing did not shoot for the first little bit. Was he waiting to see if maybe he should shoot from his Worcester buddy? I don't know. Or was he thinking of torping? All right. I don't want to just sit in my smoke. It's also pretty useless smoke because nothing's in range for us to spot with. But I don't want to just sit there and then eat the torpedoes, right? This is a large destroyer. Not the most maneuverable either. Okay. Can we spot this Gearing again? He's got way less support now. And our radar is back up. I really want you to make note of how quickly our consumables come back here, these two in particular. Very, very useful. It allows us to take these bursty engagements very, very often. It's very strange to be fighting a Gdansk as a DD because the radar comes back so quickly. Most other radars in the game have like a 2-minute cooldown, man. And this one's 1 minute. It feels extremely strange to fight against that. So I'm a little worried that we're getting closer to this Affondator and Colombo. They've shown their willingness to shoot at us. How healthy is that Gearing? He's pretty low. He's pretty low. We're out of smokes, though. So that is going to be a problem. We are going to be stuck open water on 2,000 HP. That is not great. Moskva goes down. I don't think I shot at him once, and yet we still got an assist. That's really funny. Nice. Affondator goes down. I wasn't getting any spotting damage from that, so I don't know how that works. I feel like I was closest to him, but maybe that's not quite right. Okay, I was playing quite passive, but it looks like the Gearing is somewhere in here-ish now. I was wondering if Gearing was gonna play up in the north here with C with his 2 battleships, but that is not what happened. Although we are located here, so this is a situation where we could run into him any second. Yeah, there we go. Stay at full speed because Gearing has very slow shell velocity. It's hard for him to lead, and it's much easier for us to lead. Yes, nice. Good work, team. Come on, live! Okay, nice shots. Gearing is hard to lead at Gdansk at those ranges, even still. Okay, 133k spots and 48k damage. Pretty low damage out of this one relative to what Gdansk can do, but this is a really nice showcase of a little more team play, a little more cap contesting, a little more spotting. When we need to play a flank where we're the only destroyer, like we already talked about with Druid versus Druid and other gunboats in general. If you're the only DD, you can't just afford to smoke up and free farm. You can't afford to play max range gunboat free farming all the time. You do need to run the destroyer role where you're spotting, your cap contesting. Otherwise, your team can kind of fold on a flank because they don't have that support that they're expecting. Gdansk is really nice and flexible in that regard, where we get to play that role with the radar to spot out the destroyers and still be able to farm and that kind of thing. Look at that. Our Des Moines had a great game on Ocean. A Des Moines had a great game on Ocean. Well done, sir. That is hard. All right, another open water flank with full tier 10 game. Love to see it. No beating up on those poor tier 8s. And notice Gearing, Laffy, Shima, we would love to back any of those guys up, but we do not get that spawn. Okay, we're not always going to get the perfect spawn where we get to be the backup. So in this case, we're going to play a little wider. We're going to get ourselves really to the flank and get ready to turn away. Remember what I was talking about with cruisers and battleships where we want to position ourselves where we're showing broadside on to the edge of the map? Well, we want to do that in DDs too. It's really good to just avoid a lot of damage that way. So in this case, we'll have to worry Des Moines, Vermont, Laffy Div. There's also a Sherman. So there's some good gunboats on the enemy team. I'm expecting to get spotted here very soon. Notice how far up I am. Oh, it's actually a daring on this flank. Very interesting. So he went very narrow. and therefore we did not get spotted. You know what? I'll start opening up here. Let's use our engine boost. May as well. Perhaps we get shot at, and wow, Daring actually did shoot at us. That's surprising. Thunder here. That could be bad. Fortunately, though, we are fast enough that it doesn't matter too much. Now, what's the cruiser that spawned here? Notice Vermont here, so Laffy, and then we would expect maybe Des Moines here with that division. So we'll have to be paying attention to that. Perhaps they do come all the way out to the flank. Okay, never mind. Notice also our Republic going this way. Our Conqueror that spawned middle was going that way. So it's not like we're going to have the most support over here. But we do have a Petro here, which is really, really good for us. So I want to make use of that and maybe take this fight with the Daring. He might try to come contest us out on the wide flank here. But we should have enough backup. Okay, a Petro got spotted. I wonder if that's the guy who spawned in the 1-2-3 line for the enemy team. Haven't seen another cruiser around. All right, Daring bow into us. That's fine. He's shooting, so that means he's going to continue to stay spotted because of my Petro, I believe. Okay, he smoked. Fair enough, fair enough. Wait, he's leaving his smoke. Interesting. Can we continue to blind this, I wonder? We can a little bit. So, we took some hits. That's okay. We took some hits. Not a big deal. 36 seconds and we'll have a radar. I'm leaving my smoke, though. Ah, he's far enough away. That's fine. Maybe he'll shoot. Maybe he won't, though. Okay, he full turned away. Fair enough. That's good information to have. We'll also get some spots on this Thunderer for our team, which is really, really good. I'm going to angle because he probably torped at us. I would expect he torped our smoke, though. That's another reason I wanted to leave early, is that I would assume he torped our smoke. I don't want to do my turn. I'd love to turn back in and get spots for Vermont. Continue to push this destroyer. He's very low now. He'll heal, though, of course. There's Vermont. But I don't want to make that turn until I see the torps. And instead of turning north, I think I'm going to turn south. Okay, I don't want to get pinched at the border here. Our Republic is further away at this point. Our Petro is helping still. But there's Vermont Thunder, so that is a little bit spooky for him. Notably, I am turning around behind my smoke, which would be very bad if the Daring torped that. We also lost RPF. Likely Petro picked it up, so I would expect the Daring to actually be in here somewhere. Even though I don't have RPF, I think I can understand where the Daring is based off of losing it. There's those torpedoes. Oh, it was late. It was late. That's some spooky stuff. All right, good to know. Vermont is leaving. Those cruisers are kind of clumped up on that island there. Maybe we can keep them spotted. But you see how playing an open water flank like this without the support of a spotting destroyer is really hard if we don't have that radar. All right, we have the RPF again, so we're closer than the Petro. Aha! And Petro's radar gets him. I'll be able to follow up with that. We have two very short duration radars here, but I'll be able to follow up if Daring goes undetected, but I don't think he will. He should go down here. Nice. We do end up getting him. Excellent stuff. There's the Vermont. Now I think we should be okay to farm for a little bit. Also, by farming, I mean I want to turn north, actually. If I can stay north instead of continuing on this line, which would take me behind the island from the Des Moines, I can keep this Des Moines lit while he's shooting. This is really good because it means that my teammates can arc over that. They won't just get free farmed by him. Thunder shot us, but it looks like he missed. Our rear turret is actually 360 degrees. That's pretty cool. One of our rear turrets, that is. The dual mount, not the single. It's okay. Our engine boost is up, so we're pretty quick. Vermont still hits us a little bit. That's fine. Thunder has been under leading us, so I am okay, I think, to continue full speeding here. Yep. And that Des Moines, notice he's on us now. Yes, guys. Take that Des Moines out for me, please. Okay, we got a second fire. Maybe I should focus up on the Thunder here then. Yes! We didn't shoot the Des Moines a single time. And we were able to get an assist on him. That's pretty hype. All right, Vermont we know led enough. So I think this time we are going to turn in and slow down. And I think I'm going to smoke here. Because his front turrets are actually almost around. Thunder has been looking for us as well. So I am going to play it a little safe. We have 2 smokes remaining. We may as well use them. There we go. We do manage to get the follow-up fire. Thunder is too far away. Vermont is kind of hard looking for us. I would expect him getting ready to blind fire, if I had to guess. So what I'm going to do is get some momentum in reverse here, and then I'll start shooting again. Make it a little bit challenging. He also is turning away from us now. Excellent. He's thinking about turning back to us, but I think we're okay now. People love to blind fire smokes, guys. All right. He's turning back for us. Is he going to blind fire? He might. We have a lot of health, so I'm not too worried about it. But it is worth mentioning that is some extra damage that you have to... Yeah, he's going to blind fire. See, guys? See? I've played this game. I've played this game. It's something I will do from time to time too, okay? I'll do this from time to time too. But that is certainly something where you have to watch out if you're on low HP especially. Looks like double fire should finish off the Vermont, although it would appear he's gone AFK, the orange tag there. Perhaps just DC'd. All right, we get the cap and a Minotaur spotted. Should talk about that as a weakness of Gdansk as well. We do not have armor piercing on this ship. It is an HE only destroyer, which is fine. Okay, that's totally fine. But it does mean that there are times where the AP would be very nice, and that is into light cruisers. That's where that Kleber with a burst can be absolutely incredible. And we don't have that as an option, which, given the other strengths of this ship, it's fast, smoke, radar combo, good guns, decent torps. We don't need it, right? We don't need it, but it's worth mentioning. It's worth mentioning, I think. Combat Scout! I was wondering if we would get that this game. We didn't get it last game, but that's a Combat Scout for us. Say, guys, gunboat DD, but we're playing the destroyer role still. We don't always get to do this, right? Oftentimes it's nice to not have to do it, in fact, where we just get to open up with our guns and slam out some crazy damage out of this ship, but it's nice that I have the option. That's what I love about Gdansk. It's hard to keep this ship alive. All right, that is the challenge. But man, the utility you have is excellent. Oh, you grounded even. All right. I would expect Zhao to go after us here. He does not. All right. Wonder if we'll get some Minotaur spots here as well. Interesting. Zhao's not. You're going to open up? All right. Well, I mean, I was getting in range to radar you anyway, but still. Interesting decision from our Shimakaze opponent. Zhao goes down. Des Moines goes down. Yeah, the shell velocity here, guys, it's so nice. It's so nice, guys, having this shell velocity. It's amazing. All right, we'll collect the Shima, and then just a Minotaur left. Not bad, not bad. Oh, we're radared. It's a radar minnow. That's interesting. Okay, he's got to be close then. Does my radar reach him? It does! Yo, wait, you're right here. All right, we go bow on. Speaking of, I wish I had AP, I wish I had AP, I wish I had AP, I wish I had AP. I didn't know if we would get that. It's rare, right? We're not always getting the situation where, you know, Gdansk or any destroyer, larger caliber destroyer AP is worthwhile into these light cruisers, but it would have been pretty good right there. It would have been very good right there. All right, another 2 into this one. Not quite 2k base XP. Pretty good game, though. Pretty good game. Very nice to have the radar smoke combo with the good guns on such an open flank where we had to deal with a destroyer that has really, really good DPM and way better concealment than us. Usually that's a bit of a nightmare to deal with in these the less concealed, worse maneuverability gunboat destroyers. But not so with Gdansk. This ship is crazy. A lot less open flank this time, and we got some interesting opponents. A Ragnar, also a ship with radar on its destroyer. Kaba, Lucian, Balau. Submarines are awkward, I must say, okay? This whole radar smoke gimmick that absolutely crushes destroyers. I mean, a submarine can just go underwater, right? So we're not going to be doing so hot against that. We also don't really have cruiser support here. We don't have another destroyer supporting us here. Our battleships are understandably further back. They're pretty slow. So we're playing this one a little more passive to start with. So not going to full send the cap, all right? That is not what this ship does. I am not sure where the Balau will spawn on the enemy team. Sometimes when there's divisions with submarines, there's a little bit of weirdness there. I also want you to take note of how I'm positioning my ship here. Notice my concealment is just on the edge of the cap. That means that I will have a little bit of warning that I'm about to get detected once the A cap starts to flip in the enemy team's favor. So that allows me to kind of get ready, I guess we could say. I think I'll torp that gap. But it doesn't seem like they're coming here. Oh, there it is. So let's get ready. We're going to get spotted soon-ish, and I'm going to smoke. Ragnar middle. Excellent. It capped and then it uncapped. Is that the submarine that went underwater? I think so. I think so. All right, we get spotted. Indeed. And there's a Shima. Cool. So we know that it is not the submarine, actually. It was the Shimakaze going in and out of the cap, in fact. Because Lucian B is in the north, and yeah, the Balau does indeed get spotted then. Okay. So, intelligence gained here. Yamato Contiverity is going to be a big problem for us. Defense. Excellent. Excellent. I am debating... Oh, wow. And the Ragnar is down already because our Napoli full sent. With the enemy team a little bit distracted there, what I'm thinking about doing is actually just rushing the Shima. The Yamato, the Contiverity, the Thunder, it all looks like it's behind islands from me right now. So maybe we can get away with this. Maybe not, though, also. Certainly, he's just torped us. A little concerning, that. I need my engine. And look at, I just radared, and guess who has radar again? How insane is that? Can I outrun that? I think I might be able to, actually. Oh my goodness, please! Please! Close one! And then we kill the Shima with the blind fire here. Yes, dude, yes! That's what I'm talking about, Gdansk. Holy! Ship is good, guys. Ship is good. Ship is good. Yeah, we got the full thing. 17-9, the entire health bar. So now it's just battleships down here. We'll want to look for some interesting torp lanes on them, I suppose, as well as maybe setting up to farm a little bit too. There's Thunder, Contiverity, sure. I don't want to get accidentally spotted, like where I'm not expecting it in front of a Contiverity. If you didn't know, that ship is basically a Laria hull with better than Ven guns. As a destroyer, it's a little spooky. All right. Maybe we can use these torps for both the Contiverity and the defense there. Maybe. We shall see. But for now, let's grab the cap and then think about farming later. That way, we have that for our team. I'm not sure those reach, actually. Defense turned away. We might hit the Contiverity with a couple. Also, I should leave my AA off. Oh, they do reach! Yo, we landed torps, guys. It's incredible. All right, 8.2 detect, by the way. So Thunder almost lights us here, but not quite. And looks like he's going to turn away. So that's fine. We need to be patient here. I don't want to just open up at 9 kilometers away from a Thunder and then get blasted for 10k or something like that or more with his HE. I wonder if Contiverity is going to push into this cap. Do we? He is. Do we smoke up and start farming this guy. Very tempting. But question, who's spotting him right now? Not our Bilal, I don't think. Maybe a Periscope he is right now. But other than that, it's us. All right, it's definitely us that is doing the spotting for now, until he pushes out a little further, and then the rest of our guys can do some spotting as well. So then I'll be more tempted to smoke up, but I don't want to, again, I just don't really want to smoke up, and then he goes dark, right? I think he's pushing out far enough now that we can try it. He also damage controlled. There we go. He's got his smoke though himself. Do we use our radar on the battleship? That sounds hilarious. So let's give it a shot. We get a fire right away though. That's pretty hype. Oh, I thought he was pushing. I thought he was pushing. My fault. His smoke will run out rather quickly though, and he only gets one of those, of course. So a bit of the classic blunder. Smoke up, and then what you're shooting at does not keep spotted. We're going to sit on the edge of our smoke here, so we can instantly go into our smoke if he pops out of his smoke very forward from us. Let's just send some torps in towards him as well. Okay, he does not. Cool. There we go. We get spotted. That's fine. I want to reset him so that he doesn't get the cap. Team gets the resets. Excellent. And maybe we can get some relights on the fires. Something about Contiverdi, though, Laria Hull, in particular, is it's a very small superstructure. So destroyers have a tough time against this ship in multiple ways. Farming it down, challenging, as well as, I mean, just having Ven guns is very, very difficult. We got the one fire, though. So that's, I believe, the bow side of the superstructure. So maybe we can get the other bit before he goes by on the island. I don't think so. Too bad. Close enough. Our team, by the way, is kind of dying. We had this game well in hand. It was looking like a blowout, and now a little bit less so. Perhaps the enemy team is kind of stuck in their spawn, and our guys have over-pushed into spawn. This is a bit of a classic, so good that we have saved the HP. Maybe we got to clutch this one out. Looks like the Contiverdi actually reversed into the cap. And I think it would be a waste to use my radar on him here, by the way. It's tempting. It's certainly tempting, but I would like to go after this Kaaba. I would like to save it, you know? We'll open up on this Thunderer, though. I think after he gets the cap, the Contiverdi will push. So let's go there. Excellent. Get some fires going on this Thunderer. Do have a smoke remaining. I'm putting this island between myself and where I think that Contiverdi will pop out, while also trying to farm down this Thunderer here. Kaaba is going to get in B, notably. That's the damage control. Excellent. Yep, there's Contiverdi shots. And guys, that's kind of insane. That's kind of a nuts torp angle. Oh, man. All right, we got ourselves a game here. Our team is throwing enough that we actually do have to do something to win this one. That's cool. All right, looks like Thunder is turning for us now. See how broadside we have to be? It's a little awkward. So let's accelerate here. The B cap is Kaaba right now. Looks like defense could be on us here as well. It's a little spooky. So it could be a smoking up angle here. Wow, I did not expect you to open up, given that I also have great shell velocity, sir. But I'll take it. Any little bit we can get in here helps. Our vampire also probably able to get some good damage in. Thunder almost down. Looks like he had damage control. I'm going to be a little cautious of defense right now because I'm very broadside onto him. Nice, we get to go dark. Can we get the finishers? Okay, Laria gets him. That's very good. Tempesta goes down. Defense is going to be a problem. Defense is definitely going to be a problem here. Yeah, our team has certainly melted here at the end, but notice how we still have a lot of cap control. This is really important for the late game. We have a lot of points, so that allows us to not have to push into the enemy team. All right. Really, really important that. Now, I wonder if this defense is going to push forward and try and get into the cap. I think that might be his play. So I'm going to torp for that. And get ready to help on maybe the Kaba here. As well as generally looking for the Yamato. Might be worth looking for the Yamato in with our torpedoes here. We shall see. Kaba is very far away. There's the defense. Oh, my timing was just a little bit off, unfortunately. It's all right, though. All right, looks like Yamato is turning back in. Kaba got the Salem. That's unfortunate. Yeah, the defense is just full sending it for the cap here. Is he going to... Oh, I'm going to get spotted here. Whoops, that's really dumb. Oh, well. He turns into us. That's fine. I use my smoke so that we don't eat a big hit from the defense because his gun's hurt. All right. We'll get some resets here. I don't want to get relit by Yamato. I'll send my torps out for him. And now we'll try and farm him down. He's got a lot of HP, though, is the thing. So, hold on. Our caps are still ticking in our favor. One more kill would be really nice. Yamato blind shot at us. That's fine. I will use my last radar to get resets here if need be. I'm not sure if that's going to be necessary. I think our torps are going to be online in time. Oh, he left the cap. That's a little spooky. I think I need to see where he's at. Yeah, there he is. Okay. I needed to know that before we exit our smoke. Okay, good information. Good information. We can use this this island now. Trying to blind shot. Trying to blind shot, right? Lots of blind fire these days. Oh, wow. And the Kaba or the Balau is actually in the C cap here. All right, the enemy team is going to win on points now. Defense went that way. That's unfortunate. 2 minutes. I guess we need to hope that we run into Cobb randomly. It's going to be really, really hard to deal with the defense here. Maybe if I get a kill and Vampire lives. I don't know. Not in a minute, I don't think. I'm going to need to land these torps on the defense. Tough call. Tough call, guys. Very tough call. Yeah, Kaba's going away, unfortunately. Minute 7. All right, let's open up. Maybe we can get him to show enough broadside that he wants to use all of his main guns. Or is the gap perfect? Did I leave a perfect gap for him? I think I might have, actually. I certainly did. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, this is too much. This is too much to get through, especially when he does that much damage to us. Can kind of farm him here, though, with the Vampire spotting. Although that's going to go away as soon as his gun bloom, yeah, resets. Maybe the fire kept him lit? Double fire is really good. 15 seconds, though. Okay, the points ticked faster than I thought, but we got up to 170 into this one. That's pretty good. But we do end up losing. Isn't that interesting? We had such a massive advantage as a team. We had them penned into this corner, if you remember, and we lost. A good example of getting way over aggressive and pushing enemy spawn just to lose the game. That happens sometimes. I don't enjoy it necessarily when it happens. It's interesting, though, to have it happen in a video where we can show off that massive error from our team there, because that is just basics of World of Warships. Why would you push them in their spawn? There's no objective out there, guys. Overall, some pretty fun games in the Gdansk. A very good ship request this week. As always, comment down below whatever you want to see next time. Most upvoted below this video, and only below this video, is what I'm looking for next week. Most upvoted is what I will end up playing. So, Gdansk, very fun to take a look at after Druid in particular. Very interesting to see the difference this radar makes, to be honest with you. Being able to detect those enemy destroyers that are outspotting us when we're solo on a flank, It's really hard to play some of these gunboats on those flanks where we're the only ship and we're getting outspotted all the time. It's very, very challenging, as we saw with Druid. Gdansk, however, is very powerful in that it can completely negate that downside. Here's the build one more time. I really enjoyed running Brawler in randoms. I don't think I need the extra concealment, though notice I did stick with concealment on the upgrades, didn't ever swap over to steering gears. I think it just comes down to, it's really nice to have the enemy destroyer that's spotting you. It spots you at 8.2 instead of 9.1, meaning that if you pop your radar right away, they're going to get spotted always, and they are spotted for the full duration of this radar. It doesn't last very long, but they are still spotted for that full duration. As far as balancing goes, I think Gdansk is overtuned, all right? Yeah, it takes a lot of damage. Most people can't play it very well, okay? Straight up. It dies very, very quickly. However, I do think it's rather game-breaking to have some of the best DPM, best shell velocity on a ship with smoke and a radar. One of the main factors for balance in destroyers, I find, is the power level of guns in relation to the concealment of the ship. Typically, the worse guns you have, the better your detection. So if you are outgunned, then, you are often outspotting the ship that outguns you. I think that is interesting for gameplay. It allows the destroyer that has worse guns to dictate the start of the engagement a lot of the time, unless the destroyer with really good guns but worse detect plays really well around islands or has some other radar, team play support, that sort of thing to spot for it. This ship kind of brings that all in one, and we saw that as a great way to guarantee some consistency on your flank as far as spotting those destroyers. It works really well when you're playing Gdansk, but to play against it, I don't like it. It does it too much all in one. I think you need some more team play to get this level of power. However, like I said, people typically die pretty quickly in this ship. That is the major downside of playing a Gdansk, is that it tends to explode. But if you can keep it alive, this ship is extremely powerful and very, very difficult to counter for enemy destroyers. So that's going to do it for today. Ship request on the Gdansk. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.